BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my March TBR for 2021. Now, I do have a lot of books here. In January, I read 8 books. In February, I read 7 books. I can probably get through the majority of these books, but we will see how it goes. I do have my TBR here. I do want to talk about the 3 readathons that take place every single month that I am participating in. And then I will talk about the books with those readathons. So if you are interested in what I have to say, keep on watching. All right, the very first readathon that is taking place right now as we speak. It started on Monday, and that is the Buzzwordathon that is hosted by Kayla over at Books and Lala. I will leave her channel link down below along with her announcement video for this readathon. That's every single month. She also has a Goodreads group that I will leave down below if you're interested in being a part of the group. The Buzzwordathon is basically a monthly, it's a month-to-month readathon that has a theme. Now you can choose to read that theme throughout the entire first week of the month, and that would be like the weekly readathon, or you can choose one book for that theme and finish it within the month that you're in. So in this month's theme, it is time. So time has to be a part of the title. And because I am a little bit, you know, I gotta do what I can when it comes to my Stephen King books, I decided that I was going to pair my Stephen King read-along that I'm hosting, that I've been hosting for the last couple of years on Goodreads, and I'll leave that link down below as well if you want to join the fun. But anyways, I chose my Stephen King books to match with the themes from the Buzzwordathon. Now, our book for this month is The Long Walk. Now, I am stretching this. Stephen King does not have a book that has time in the title, but long is a reference of time. It took a long time, right? I stood in line forever for a long time. Like, long goes with time. And so I stretched it. But this is our pick for the readathon, for the Stephen King readathon. And this one is, what is it? It's like 100. Oh, yeah. Ooh, nice. I was worried that it was going to have something else. It's 311 pages. So this isn't very long at all. I should be able to finish this book pretty quickly. So I'm hoping I can stay on track. So this is for the Buzzwordathon. I also, though, just in case, I have a book strictly for this readathon that actually has time in the title, and that is Killers, the Most Barbaric Murderers of Our Times by Nigel Cawthorne. Now, I believe Penelope gave this to me. I mean, that is your handwriting, is it not, Penelope? I'm pretty sure you gave this to me. It's just been sitting on my shelves forever. I've been wanting to read it. I love reading about serial killers, and all of the serial killers that I think that is mentioned in this book is on the back. So we have the Boston Strangler, we have Son of Sam, we have Ted Bundy, we have Jeffrey Dahmer, we have, why is that the only people I know? Anyways, Charles Manson, there we go. So I can't wait to read this. That's kind of exciting. Well, my memory card got full and I had to spend the last 20 minutes waiting for the information to change from my camera to the computer. And so I was having a cocktail. And now I'm very tired. And so I hopefully this video won't be super boring because I'm starting to lose steam. Okay. We talked about the first 2 books right before my memory card died. that these were going to be the 2 books that I was going to be reading for the BuzzWordathon, which is the first week of March. So it started on the 1st and it ends on the 7th. The Long Walk is the readathon that I host on Goodreads, the Stephen King read-along, which is just a monthly readathon that has a new Stephen King book every single month. We read 12 in a year, and we discuss it in the Goodreads group. And then we have Killers, the Most Barbaric Murders of Our Times by Nigel Cawthorne. This is a nonfiction of serial killers. Now, I believe all these people are from the United States. I think. I could be wrong, but I will find out. So I wanted to read this one to go with time, which is the theme for the BuzzWordathon for March. Okay. Now we're all caught up. All right. The next one I want to talk about is my graveyard shelf. Now, in my February haul, excuse me. Now, in my February wrap-up, I did mention that I read the Edgar Allan Poe Mystery Madness or something like that with illustrations by Chris Grimley. I read that off of my graveyard shelf, so I was very excited that I finished that one. But I didn't finish the one in January, which was The Cuckoo's Calling. So I want to finish this one this month. I only have this many pages. But if for some reason I just can't pick this one up yet, because it's good, but it's not thrilling, so there's no like action, and it's like at a slow part right now where the detective is still kind of like talking to people, so that's just boring. There's no action. So if I don't feel like picking up The Cuckoo's Calling, I'm going to pick up Glimpse by Kendra Layton. You know, when I picked this up months ago, I read the first 40 pages and I enjoyed it, but I don't remember anything that happened. And so I'm going to have to restart it. And once I start reading, I'll probably remember what was going on. But at the moment, I'm like getting it confused with another book that I read a little bit of. But basically on the back, it says that 7 years ago, Liz lost her mother and 10 years worth of memories. When she inherits this infamous Highwayman Inn, she hopes the move will be a fresh start. Then she meets Zachary, who haunts her by night and in dreams. So I don't remember, and I don't know what this is about. But this is on my graveyard shelf. I'm tired of looking at it. I think I picked this up like 2 or 3 years ago and then just put it down and never finished it. So I want to finish it in March. And there's 31 days in March, so it's not like I don't have time. And a lot of the books, again, that I'm reading this month are on the shorter side. So hopefully that works out. All right, last month for the If You Got It, Read It readathon that's taking place this year, I picked up Monster, She Wrote in February, and I didn't finish it. I only got to page 28, which is just talked about the first 2 authors, women horror writers or gothic writing or speculative fiction. Right now I'm learning about Mary Shelley. Yeah, so I want to finish this up and it's a nonfiction. It should go fast. Again, I don't know what I'll be doing this month, if I'll have like downtimes in the middle of me house hunting and I'll have a lot of time to read. I don't know. But if I finish that book, the next book on my shelf, which is just a stack on my floor, the floor shelf, is Mystery of the Tolling Bell by Caroline Keane. This is number 23 in the Nancy Drew Diaries, and I haven't read Nancy Drew. I haven't picked up Nancy Drew since I was in the 6th grade. The last time I read Nancy Drew, I was 12, and it's been a while. Again, I turned 40 in like 2 weeks. Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to reminiscing with Nancy and reading a nice cozy mystery. I don't read cozy mysteries very often. All right, the next book on my list is from the publishing company of Untitled Teen. Did I say that weird? Probably. Maybe I need another sip. And you might be saying, Missy, it's a Wednesday night. What? Why are you having a cocktail on a Wednesday night? And I say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. No, it was a rainy day today, so it's a little bit gloomy. We went and saw a condo today, and it was it was awful. And just seeing the 12th house in a month and not finding anything that either looks good, meets your requirements, or a house that will take your offer, because we're so poor. They're like, oh, you guys are so poor. No. We don't want you guys. I didn't know you could be that poor to buy a house. Like, I thought if you could get a loan from the bank, which the bank said we could have a loan, then you just could get a house. I didn't realize that, no, it's a gambling business, and people are checking to see how much you'll give them, you know, instead of just putting a flat, like if I was selling my car for $25,000, say it was like a nice car, and $25,000 was a reasonable price, the first person who called me and said, I'll buy your car for $25,000, I don't say, oh, no, I'm having the car open for, you know, like a week, and I'm going to see if someone will pay more for my car. That's not something that normally happens. I've sold a car. I had an Odyssey, and I loved my Odyssey, but I had to sell it because my husband lost his job during like a science downgrade, and they didn't have the funds to keep a lot of their employees, and so I had to sell my Odyssey, and we had only had it for about like a year and a half, and I was devastated. But I sold that on Craigslist. I said $20,000 because it was a brand new Odyssey. A man said, I'll give you $19,000 for it. I said, fine. So we even went down $1,000. But no. Houses aren't like that. You don't go down. You can only go up. They will only let you have it to the highest bidder. And that's not fair. Where am I going with this? Why did I even bring any of this up? We're talking about my next read, The Poet by Lisa Renee Jones. This is published by Untitled Teen. I think I already said that. This is a YA. Untitled Teen is YA. This is a YA murder mystery thriller about a serial killer that has been nicknamed the Poet. And the main character is a girl detective. So I'm looking forward to that one. It comes out on March 9th, so it would be nice to have it read maybe this weekend. All right, and then I have 2 more spots for either publishers or an author that sent me a book. For publishers, I have Kid Innovations this is published by Quark. So I have Kid Innovations. I kind of also want to read kid authors, but I might save this for next month. But I would like to get through Kid Innovations and put a review up on this. It's just True Tales of Childhood from Inventors and Trailblazers by Robin Stevenson and illustrated by Allison Steinfeld. It's just really cute. It's a nonfiction, and it just talks about inventors, like a handful of inventors. And then the same thing goes for kid authors. It just, tells you a little bit of information about each author that they chose to write about in the book. Oh, look. Just standing here, I received my goal. Oh my gosh. I also got The Strange Case of Eliza Doolittle by Timothy Miller. This was not like unsolicited. I don't remember requesting this, but this is a mystery and it seems fun. It has Sherlock Holmes and Watson and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know who Eliza Doolittle is. I mean, is she the daughter of the Professor Doolittle who could talk to animals? Or is she from another story that I'm unaware of? This does sound cute, though, so I might pick this up. I might. If I don't pick up the Doolittle book, I want to read Nightmare by Chad Nicholas. He sent this to me last year. God, I hope it was in 2020 and not 2019, or I'll feel really, really bad. I haven't gotten around to reading it. I meant to read it. I think I was going to read it in like November or December. But yeah, it's got huge font. This shouldn't take me very long. And does it fit my requirement of less than 250 pages? Well, it's 269, but it's very close. So I'm going to take that. It's 250 since the font is so big. So I'm looking forward to this. So I have the 2 published books and then Nightmare. All right, and then I do have 2 buddy reads that I am planning on reading for this month. So I have The White Darkness by David Grand. This is my buddy read with Ashley. This is our last book that we needed to read for the theme of survivors. So remember, we read The Fireman for the adult survivor book. We read Obsidio for the YA survivor book. And now we're reading The White Darkness, a nonfiction survivor book. And this is about a man that treks across Antarctica solo. So I'm looking forward to, you know, very... I wanted to keep saying sub. What is sub? I want to know, like, I want to read what it felt like to be outdoors in that kind of cold, you know, because he's doing it solo. Like, I can't wait to read this to see if he was afraid of, like, just going to sleep at night, that something would happen and he wouldn't have, like, another person to help, like, save him. Doing anything solo freaks me out. And so I'm very interested in this book. It's only like 127 pages. So this should be finished in 7 days. At least that's what we have allotted ourselves. There are 7 chapters in this book. And so we're going to read 1 chapter a day. And then after this one, we will pick out our new theme. And I don't know what that is. So you're just going to find out what we read at the end of March, or maybe I'll like include it in a future video, just like a just so you guys know, kind of little pop-in thing. Gotten back from Keeley over at A Bibliophile's Journey yet, but we did discuss how we wanted to read Mrs. Sherlock Holmes this month, so I'm just waiting to hear back what week she wants to read it. But this is by Brad Ricka, and this is the true story of the New York City's greatest female detective and the 1917 missing girl case that captivated a nation. So yeah, very interesting sounding. I've had this on my shelf for about 2 years now, I think, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading that one. And then I have one last category which I meant to put at the beginning of this video and then I accidentally skipped over it. So that is the Cormorant by Stephen Gregory. I am picking this for the Urathon Readathon for this month. The Urathon Readathon is a Goodreads group. I've been a part of this group for a few years now, and every single month they have a different topic that you read during the second week of every single month. So next week they'll be reading the theme of standalones. So this is a standalone. It's a short little book here, and that's exciting because again, I'm trying to keep, you know, under on pages, and this is 120 pages, so this shouldn't take me very long to read it. So those are all of the books that are like on my TBR, that's like strongly on my TBR. And I have 3 other books. One is Across the Green Grass Fields by Shannon Mcguire. This is the 6th Book in the Wayward Children series. I love these books. Oh, I can't imagine taking a long time reading this one. So I think like if I am in a funk with any of the other books, I will pick up this one to kind of like boost my morale to continue on. And then I also want to read the original story. And I'm going to put the cover here because I just can't remember how to say the stupid name. And then I want to read Mindy McGinnis's retelling of that story, where the main character murders essentially somebody by bricking them up into a wall and then just leaving them there at a party. So I don't know how much this stays true to the story or if it goes off a lot, but I liked Mindy McGinnis's writing when I first read her, and so I can't wait to read this one. All right. Those are all of the books that I have on my March TBR. Please let me know down below if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. What is on your TBR? Do you like mysteries? This is such a fail video. Such a fail video. All right. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. We read The Fireman for the adult supervisor. So we read not subsonic, subtemperatures, is that how you say it? Subtemperatures?